Morning guys, how we doing? Well, welcome back to the West Ham world. Again, there hasn't been much news this week, so there's no point doing a video. And I ain't bit, that sort of little fluey thing that's been going around. First few weeks back to school, Jesus Christ. It's like a hotbed of like bugs and stuff, like all the kids, myself, a few other teachers. So under the weather, finally sort of recovering now. So West Ham Chelsea the weekend. Last season, this was the game, if you remember. I think it was the day before, or a couple of days before, or maybe the day of. All the news started coming out about Lucas Paquetá betting scandal. And there was all this, is he going to play? And it was a game we ended up winning. He actually scored the penalty. Really good celebration as well, I remember. So last season in this game we did beat them. Obviously at Stamford Bridge it was different. They beat us, I think, quite convincingly as well, if I remember. They're a good side, Chelsea. They're a bit unpredictable, but they've had some good results. They look good. They actually look really good whenever I've watched them as well. Lost to Man City. I think they got a draw in there, but they look strong. And I'm a big fan of Cole Palmer, a fantastic footballer. I just love his arrogance as well, and it's a shame he could have been ours, if the Paquetá thing wouldn't have happened. There was, by all accounts, he was on his way there. And Cole Palmer was coming to us, which, imagine how good he would have been for us. But then again, I say that, would he have been as good for us under David Moyes? As you would expect with Chelsea, obviously always busy in the transfer market, bringing in players. I believe João Felix came back. Obviously they got rid of Sterling, who went to Arsenal, brought in Jadon Sancho. Listen, stacked, absolutely stacked full of talent. We've got Nkunku's a great player. Madueke seems like he started the season really, really well. Sancho come on for his debut, set up a goal. I've already said about Cole Palmer. Nico Jackson's one of them sort of players that when he turns up, he can get goals. I think Enzo Fernandez is back for him this week as well, so it's a good side they've got there. So it's going to be a tough game. Obviously Enzo Maresco, new manager as well, new ideas, starting to, put his new ideas into the team. He's got rid of more or less who he's wanted to get rid of and tried to get in who he wants to get in. Looking at us, obviously we need to bounce back. Not bounce back because it was a draw, but we need a better performance. Let's put it that way. Because any point away from home is a good point. The performance was awful in the first half, but he needs to get his lineup right this weekend. That's the key thing, I think, for most people. Put Bowen up front, or even Danny Ings scored a goal, didn't he? Get Kudus on the right-hand side so he can cut in on that left foot. Get Paquetá in position. What's Jimmy got to do to start? Somerville. I want to see Somerville started. I'm happy with Rodriguez and Alvarez in the pivot, as long as Paquetá's in a 10. I keep saying it. Many channels keep saying it. Antonio Souček project needs to stop. It does. I want to see, especially at home. Like Gonzo made a really good video about you might see different performances and different team setups, home and away. Which, okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. I agree with him on that. I think that's a valid point. Away from home, you want to be a little bit more compact, try and silence the crowd. But at home, you've got to go for it. You get that London Stadium rocking, because when it does rock, it really, really gets going. If we can, push a team back, get an early goal against the Chelsea. You know what it's like at them games, the Chelsea, the Tottenhams, all the London derbies, or big clubs in general. When West Ham go 1-0 up, or we really, put big eye tackle in quickly, fast attacking football. We get up for it and we get going. When it's dull and dreary, the crowd we can really go quiet. It's like, and again, that's not our fault. Football, yes, it's a winning thing, as we're always told, but it's also an entertainment. It's meant to be, it's a hobby. Football, watching football and seeing football, it's about enjoying it. You want to be entertained, and if you're not entertained, obviously you're not going to make no noise. So it's up to the players to do that. It's up to Lopetegui to get his lineup right, and hopefully, like I say, we can get something from Chelsea. Is it going to be easy? No. Like I say, they're a good side. I think they're a bit of they're the sort of team, because of the amount of money they spend, and the volume and how quickly they spend it. At some point, it was always going to go correct. It's just because They keep throwing money. At some point, it's going to go right. I think they're a good outside bet for Champions League football this year as well. You keep Cole Palmer fit and you get some of them boys up front scoring. If they can get Jadon Sancho in confident mood, he could be like one of the signings for them, like massive big signing for them. It's like I say, my prediction for it, I think if West Ham score first, I think there's a chance. I think there's a big chance. If we go 1-0 down, I think it'll be quite a mountain to climb, especially if he gets his lineup wrong. Again, this, my opinion, could change very quickly. If the lineup's Antonio and Soucek again, then I think we lose. But if it's what I want to see, Bowen, Somerville, Kudus, Paquetá, then I might change my mind and say we could win it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I might do a little bit more in-depth preview later, but until next time, come on you Wayans, keep believing. Let's go.